Please bear with. YouTube takes forever. Please bear with. YouTube takes forever. I'm redundant. YouTube takes forever. Please bear with. It's a very important video. Thank you for dealing with it. YouTube takes a million years. I'm saying it all over and over and over. I'm getting to the video, guys. Hello, hello. Am I live yet? Am I live yet? I'm live. I'm supposed to be live. Okay. Okay, so I know I'm annoying and I'm unlikable, but this video is about how orthodoxy, the religion, is wrong. Okay. Today is really crazy, dude. Like, okay, you're probably religious, right? I'm trying to send my new friend who might be a convert to the Lord an icon. That's not working. We have this bum lady yelling at me, and people think it's my girlfriend because I look like crap. And then also, it's like the devil's power is so strong today. Just moments ago was like 13th or 10th or 5th time, 8th, whatever, I don't know, too much, that I've tried to reach out to orthodoxy, okay? And the second time of the same church, I left a message. I'm like, hey, I just want to inquire. I'm sorry if I lack any etiquette. I was born Protestant. I don't know what's going on. And my friend Luis is very interested. He broke down crying the other day, and talking about God. And I was telling him about orthodoxy, and there's gotta be no answer. And then I left a message at another Orthodox church. A lady said that she needed to help somebody real quick, and I just hung up. That's a no. She's not going to call me back. Patristic Nectar Church is in Southern California. I know they've seen my comments. I don't care if they care or acknowledge. I used to sleep on their front lawn, right in front of the street, right there. What it's 3rd Chicago, whatever, University, downtown Riverside, whatever the fuck it is, because I had no car. And I had to walk to Box Springs to Big Five Sporting Goods, big ass warehouse to unload trucks by 4:30 in the morning. Run that late, so I would catch a nap on their grass. And I mentioned all this and all this shit. And you know what? Orthodoxy and all these other, oh yeah, there was this Orthodox deacon that was living out of a freaking tobacco shop, and him and his friend was grumpy as shit at me. I mean, like, I came in there grumpy one day all because I was like fiending for weed and I couldn't find a lighter, and then I utterly apologized when I noticed his dress and all that, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, dude, you don't even know, man. I'm actually looking in the, I didn't call him dude. I hope I didn't. No response. Still cold shoulder. For lack of a better word, guys, I know you're religious, but I guess fuck me, right? But orthodoxy's wrong because, look, for all their being right about theology, okay, the filioque and the Nicene Creed and the natures and the energies, right, and the keeping to the first kind of iconography, the original iconography and the original script as much as possible. Orthodoxy cares more about being right or being hi, thanks for the like. Somebody is saying nobody's watching. Hi Chris. Orthodoxy is wrong because even though it's right, and probably the most theologically sound version of Christianity and most original, it has absolutely no love. They're more fixated on just debunking Rome than to really love the lost. And when you look at the book of Apocalypse, which is Revelations, in Protestantism, Jesus judges these 7 churches by their love, not their correct theology. I just called an Orthodox church, guys, and I was like, hey, my friend Luis ended up like breaking down crying the other day. I was talking about orthodoxy and God and everything, and he needs God. He's got tattoos, he's been to prison, his life's in shambles. And again, like, this is like up to the 10th time I've ever reached out to an Orthodox church just to get the cold shoulder. And what did Jesus say in the book of Revelations of John or Apocalypse, whatever? Hi, Chrissy. Thank you for the reactions. Jesus was judging those 7 churches by their love. Hi, Chris. I see your stuff. And he was judging them by their love, not their correct ass theology. So orthodoxy is wrong, and I'm pretty pissed off because I wanted to be Orthodox. I love the chants. I know even good Catholics know the Vatican has been so fucking corrupt. They got Epstein shit going on there too. And no worries, Chris. You're welcome. Somebody's commenting on my live, and you're more than welcome to, Chris. By the way, I always sound grumpy. I'm sorry. It's probably why the Orthodox Church avoids me. But yeah. You get the point. So I love the original Orthodoxy. I know I'm not like the greatest Christian. I'm just fascinated that the spiritual realm really exists, and I should be a better Christian. Just being honest. So with all that said, I really thank Eastern because I'm Western. West Side, I'm going to go Roman Catholic. I was pissed off. I wanted to be Orthodoxy, especially because I wanted an excuse to never have to shave my face again. I wanted to sit there looking at an employer and go like, no, I don't have to follow your grooming standards. I'm Orthodox. And St. Paul said, follow him as he follows Jesus. And Orthodox St. Paul had a beard. So this is all the facial hair I can grow, believe it or not. And you're cool, Chris. And so I guess forget it. I'm not gonna be Orthodox, dude. And I know that, dude. I've fought, dude. You guys. Sorry for my language, guys. I was about to say "f you," not you, Chris. Dude, I was watching this thing that only had very few views, a small channel, Boss Rutan and Father Chad Rippinger. Father Chad Rippinger, the Catholic priest. Okay, so I'm commenting, and some other Catholic goes in the comments and thinks I'm a troll. And I'm like, hey Chris, I'm saying hi back too. I'm like, hey, like, they think I'm a troll, and I'm like, dude, I only troll Protestantism. Anyways, I asked I asked Father Chad Rippinger, would you please pray to God if I'm supposed to be Catholic or Orthodox? Dude, Father Chad Rippinger, you could see he takes a breath and he goes and like adjusts his glasses and he leans forward and he looks at my comment. I will never ever forget that. Never. My dad, my biological father, sucks. And fucking Father Chad Rippinger is actually going to look at my comment. And by the way, guys, you could believe me or not, or believe in the preternatural world or not, as a person who suffered 22 years of on and off again sleep paralysis, when Father Chad Rippinger starts talking about the intricacies and the characteristics of these incorporeal entities called demons, it sounds like blabbing, and it sounds like fiction, and it sounds like some kind of nerdy, like religious LARPing kind of role-playing shit, like some kind of Dungeons and Dragons fiction. If you had the sleep paralysis I have ever had, when he speaks, you're like, oh my God, that was all real. That wasn't a brain glitch. I'll give you an example. Like you say, like the demons of lust are from Asmodeus. Yes, they are. He was talking recently on the Sean Ryan channel about something that would sound totally absurd and crazy to somebody, about how fear and lust is linked together. And oh my, I looked at everybody that I've ever talked to that shared similar instances, things that I did that had scary nightmares or sleep paralysis. I've been made fun of. I've tried to confide in my religious family about this. I try to confide in the religious people, Protestants, evangelicals, and get ridiculed for oh, big boy, he's scared of the dark. Oh, screw off, dude. You wake up and you can't move, dude. Oh man, really? And you I almost want to cuss so bad, dude. People who have lust problems also had fear problems, dude. And I remember him, dude. I could keep going and going. Just trust me. I could elaborate, man. The video's over. The point of the matter is, okay, who's a remember one streamer? Number one streamer. It's fine. I'm scared of nightmares. Chris, you rock. It all started one day. I woke up and I move, And then the next day you think it's a brain glitch. It happens again. And these aren't like every night. It'll be just somewhere like out of nowhere. And now I have to sleep with the light on like a little girl, dude. And now it's kind of bugging my brains, dude, to have the light on all the time. It's making me look stressed out. So I get used to it, and then it escalates. I'm not kidding. Donald Calloway on the show Pints of Aquinas. He was a rockero too. He's a rocker, a heavy metal dude in his youth. And he explained a sleep paralysis episode on that channel that I had the exact same. The exact same. You can look it up. If you guys want to know real quick, I'm not lying. So I wake up, I can't move. I don't know if I should just like, if I just like let myself go back to sleep, am I gonna die? No, I'm like a fighter, dude. I'm gonna force myself awake. Like some kind of glass or fucking like distorted portal. Dude, okay, you see me talking like this, I'm like all like emotional, and I'm not because I know people that Bill Weiss 23 minutes in hell. Dude, if you really saw hell, you guys are liars, dude. You would be mortified forever. Look up Howard Storm, and his after NDE near death experience sounds very credible. But anyways, so I say it's all nonchalant. This shit really happened, dude. Like a portal or some kind of glass thing opens up in the middle of my room. I can't really tell if I'm dreaming or awake, but I know that I'm conscious. I know that I'm like, oh, dude, I'm trying to wake up and I can't move. So like a red, and then like another one appeared. I was like, is that like two eyes? But they weren't symmetrical. And it was like, and eventually I jolted myself awake, had to basically run toward that thing that like vanished, but it was so dark I couldn't really tell or not if it was still there. But you could tell in the middle of my room, it was all the lights were off, and something in the middle of the room opened like another door, another world that was even darker than the dark room. That really happened. You don't have to believe me. There's other crazy things I can say. That was the first or worst one. And I could, Father Chad Rippinger's talking about how the devil or what's that called, Beelzebub or whatever. Asmodeus is the demon of lust, but they all are teams. And whatever I just said is scared of God because his plans is always getting blindsided. I remember chasing whores, excuse my language, chasing hoes, chasing loose women, and I would get blindsided by random acts of bad luck that I couldn't control, that wasn't my fault, that nobody would believe me back, or I'd lose a bunch of money, or even get unemployed, or lose a car, never drive for fucking 5 years again, or some shit. Because rent and everything's so expensive in California. A lot of people with my income are like, pick your poison. Do you want to try to have a nice place and chance it by finding work on the bus and walking around everywhere, or using the Metrolink train, right? Or you're getting that roles, you need a car, now you can't afford rent. Okay, how do other people do it? Well, it's usually Hispanic families living all together, or it's California's predominantly colored, at least where I'm at, the Inland Empire. The very few white people that are still around, they have some kind of trade skill, dude. I'm looking at this dude, he's like an electrician or some shit. All right, he's probably half Mexican, half white, and he's driving this truck that fucking the company gave him because he obviously knows, when he opens some electrical box, he knows what he's doing. That's the only kind of, you're like a janitor, you want to work at like a regular freaking store, a warehouse especially, a factory especially, a farm, that's the way, you get the point. Construction, oh man, you don't see too many weddles anymore, dude, just letting you guys know. And so that's how it goes. And but anyways, the whole point of the matter, hey Chris, you have a good day. The whole point of the matter is, the reason why orthodoxy is wrong is they don't care about the they want, like, it's just like Protestantism now. It's gonna become like Protestantism. a place for only happy-go-lucky, family-oriented people who are like afraid of their kids turning gay, and they think they're all on the same team because they have MAGA-like hatred toward or indignancy towards some liberal shit. But when you introduce them to someone who's really hurting, I see that chick right there riding a skateboard, dude. Before I gave a shit about orthodoxy, I was a bad guy, dude. I would try to go like, hey, sweetie, like, you see how I'm like, well, I'm ugly now. I would be like, you see how I'm kind of tall and buff and shit? Yeah, you should like come along with me and we can see how kind of favors we could do each other with. Some chick riding by on a skateboard. She's probably 15 years younger than me, which would be well into adult years. I'm like fucking 80, so I'd make her like fucking 35. I could probably get you a motel room with like, I got, I got a little bit of money. Like, what kind of drugs you do? Like, if I was like, hey, sister, like, I don't mean to bug you. Are you okay? Like, hey, do you want to come with me real quick and like see if like the Orthodox Church will help you get a shower and a meal and pray over you? No, because she's not baptized. She's not chrismated or something, right? She needs to sit there and she needs to get cleaned up first and sit in the back of liturgy watching a bunch of family-oriented people who the paths of life were so easy with, and they probably had good relationships with their parents, so they never left home at 13 and never came back. They don't understand that struggle. They don't care. Hey, Orthodox Church, you don't understand that struggle. You don't care. It's the Catholic Church. It's the fallen Vatican and Father Frank Pavone that's really fighting for abortion, pro-life and stuff like that. You guys are just sitting there with you're like, I got to drive 80 miles to find an Orthodox church, and it's all like in a different language and for a certain demographic of ethnic or nation. And here I am sitting in the back, and like anyways, I don't know how it goes. All I know is it's another family-oriented institution that life worked out well for them and they got along with their parents, and now they're afraid of their kids turning gay, and they all have these like MAGA Palantir and I hate people with colored hair and nose rings like ethos, and they get together and they're on that team, so they have something in common. But for us disenfranchised creatures of the night roaming the streets, whose parents hated our guts, who fell into weed and alcohol, some of them probably got worse, like amphetamine, Schwitz or some shit, right? So we chart that path. If we survive early adulthood or adolescence and they start getting the right wits about them, well, if you try to take that kind of person to an Orthodox church, nothing's happening. But to be fair, there's a Catholic church down here. There's a lot of family-oriented assholes too. And if I go to Harvest Church with Greg Laurie over there, it's always open. Somebody might try to give you a coffee. They might tell you, hey, you're too dirty. Oh, here's a phone number. Go call that. Please get off our property. Some of these gentrified churches do that. All it is, it's not about the church. It's about the community and the area of this nice part of Southern California that Jay Dyer talks about. That's like a cradle hub for alt-right Zionism, conservatism, and there's a bunch of cults in California. It's an experiment. You have the Church of Satan in Sacramento. You have whatever Tom Cruise's church is, about an hour and 15-minute drive away in Hemet, California, right? And you have Harvest Church here that more likely will be like the other Protestant churches that I was a security guard for. And anybody like a vagrant or a dirty looking asshole comes on fucking property, just give them this number or tell them to go fuck off and die somewhere else. So be well, Lazarus, because St. James said, I don't need to help you, just wish you well. And not even fold a $5 airplane into a paper, not even fold a $5 bill into a paper airplane and throw it at your eye socket while plugging my nose and trying to get away from your smelly aids, right? Or at least like, hey, I'm gonna put a blindfold on so I don't see your nakedness as I'm spraying you down with a hose and you freaking turn in circles. The church won't even do that for them. So honestly, all it is mandatory gentrification. And since I was born on the west side and I could use Orthodox icons anyways, because the Roman Catholic Church obviously still has the authority and power to do exorcisms. So therefore, God showed me I'm supposed to be Roman Catholic and come home to the one holy apostolic. There's no perfect church. I just know Orthodoxy, for how underdog it is right now, it's not trying hard enough. So somebody asked me, Fender or Gibson. I would say Ibanez. I don't know. I don't Fender or Gibson. I want to say Gibson only because I believe I heard that that is more commandeering to my commendating or whatever. I'm not a great axeman. I just know I could play bass a little bit if I practiced a lot. I could do something with it. So whatever. The Gibson or Gibson. So whatever. That was my video about why the Orthodox Church is wrong.